Greetings and welcome to Die Dragon Die presents the Titan's Gift Campaign, Season 2, Episode 38. I'm your DM and host, Marty, joined by the full Seattle crew. How is everyone doing tonight? Let me unmute your faces and then spend the next few minutes playing with your audio levels. How's everyone doing tonight? Not all at
You didn't
once.
give us an order. You
Not-
normally say on your screen, so we don't know who should talk.
Max, what's going on?
I don't know if you guys can hear any sort of echo. If you can, I apologize. But my house is empty right now. The movers just finished putting everything on the truck today around lunchtime. So now I live here on what is left of the bed and trying to get this house fixed up and sold so that I can head up to Washington.
That's awesome.
Tentative date for us being all of our stuff delivered is December 14th.
Nice.
I wish
Come
this
on in, buddy.
I'm
COVID.
working on it.
I wish this COVID thing wasn't going on because we'd either help or help you or have beer.
But in
yeah.
this case, we have the perfect excuse not to.
It's like, COVID.
Oh man, I totally lift all that really heavy stuff for you. I appreciate it. I know you guys would.
Yep.
You definitely put in the hours. Now,
Okay,
work is paying for it, so I'm not too worried about it.
Cool.
Nice. Come on up.
I'm
Matt,
excited.
what's going on, Matt?
Not much. Still working. I'm finishing up the last of the peach rings from that 5-pound bag of peach rings tonight.
Nice.
So I'm gonna have to find a new gummy treat.
Well, technically, it's not finished yet.
Get in there.
Will be tonight, though.
I'm gonna finish it right now.
Ooh,
Just to make a point.
this looks like a
Yep.
this looks like a challenge. There we go. Yeah.
So that's
good
a win.
job. Good job.
That's a win.
Hey, diabetes. I just had a handful of Swedish fish, so I'm there with you, man.
Absolutely. Stay strong.
It's in the column of things you don't need. Luke?
Oh, things are going good. Still moving in, all of that fun stuff. Actually, our house is now officially a construction zone, so the other side of the house is stripped down to studs and walls are torn out. So it's cool. The continuous transition of moving into home ownership here. It's quite the ride, guys.
Is this a planned construction?
Yeah. Now we just went to town with sledgehammers. We were like demo day on those home shows, so we figured it's our house. Let's just demo it.
I don't like that wall.
Yeah.
Now, this is all the new bathroom stuff, right? Like you were making the changes to the master and stuff?
Yeah, we have a plan.
Nice.
It's good. So yeah, it's cool. It's just cool to be out here. Met the neighbors, enjoying how dark it is outside, and being able to hear like the rain on the roof at night when you're laying in bed, stuff like that. It's been cool. Oh, building a lot of fires after work has been like my after work chilling out time. Just build a little fire in the hearth and sit there, stare at it, and relax a little bit. So life is good.
Nice. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Cool.
Excited about this battle, though. I'm not gonna lie. I've been thinking about this battle all week.
Neil, what's going on with you?
Not much, man.
Yep.
We all played poker on Friday night, and I took everybody's money. We paid up everything in $1 bills.
Yep.
We went back. So I'm still reeling off the high a little
Neil's,
bit.
it was just the lies from Neil. It's like, oh, I can't play this game. This is the first time I played, and no one can
It was
read
like
me.
my
I've got such an
fourth time
open
or something.
face. Or everyone could read me. Oh yeah, it was good times. Yep.
What's happening with you, Marty?
Kind of back from a short vacation, and I can't wait to go back on vacation in December. Let's see. Some of the last magazines to complete the Dragon magazine collection will arrive within a week. So
Nice.
that'll be cool.
Cool.
Yeah, by Christmas, I'll own every single issue of Dragon Magazine and every single issue of Dungeon Magazine.
That was
That's
fast.
awesome.
Yeah. I found a collector that did some of the collecting that I needed to do, and looked at what they were charging compared to what I would have to get on my own, and I'm like, okay, let's go with the guy who's basically got mint copies of some of my missing
Nice.
issues. Yeah. So I'll show them off when they arrive. I've already showed a couple of times the Dungeon Magazine. It's that black box, that frame right up there. That's the first issue of Dungeon. 1986. The first issue of Dragon, though, 1976, is a really old magazine. Anyways, they will be the crown jewel of my collection once I have new house to put them in. Otherwise, they're being carefully packed away.
Tomes.
They're,
Get the tomes on full display.
yeah, see the blanket on the table is a bunch of these like magazine holders,
Yeah.
and each magazine is inside plastic with a cardboard back. And then these are carefully being packed away into boxes for storage and eventual
I gotta assume
transportation.
you've been looking through these a little bit as you're getting them.
Well,
and
yeah,
stuff.
when I was a kid, I had subscriptions to both magazines. Some of them have survived since then. They're all available in PDF form, but I decided, I'm like, I've got about half of them. Maybe I should just complete the collection and, maintain that. So I've been that's my nerdy project for the last little while, is as they come
Nice.
in, organize them and make sure that they're okay and catalog them and basically play librarian in my own house, which is weird.
Beautiful. I'm
That's
glad
lovely.
you're keeping busy.
Yeah. Let's see. Plus, playing a lot of D&D, like Grimstone and Master of Puppets is going well, and we seem to have played this game more often than not as of late. So that's cool.
Yeah, let's keep going.
Why don't we do a recap of what happened last time? We called it Autumnfall Part 1. The Jerks Emeritus return to the Hospice of the Blessed Maiden and plunge into the hidden complex below, battle incantations blazing. They tangle with plague doctors, hordes of undead, bone creatures, and strange fae in search for Dr. Davalos and the mysterious Lady Andason. And we left off in the middle of a big fight. Let me force you guys to the map and center you on the view. Yeah. So you're in a chamber where some of the cultists, including the Queen's physicians, have basically stapled up plague zombies that were in disrepair or that were falling apart along the walls of this charming chamber. Thurgus has acted like a vanguard or a spearhead to the party and charged forward, while the casters have hung back and kind of divided the room that you're in with a wall of force. There is a chain devil that has been summoned by the professor, and horrible visions of hell in this lower ward area. The professor killed Rolth, the legendary necromancer of the slough, whose lair you had pilfered probably weeks ago, while he was not home and probably running errands on behalf of the doctor and others. What else? Thurgus, can you see invisible things?
No.
Okay. I don't think anyone is in a position to see Dr. Davalos along these catwalks, looking down upon the field of combat.
Zephyros has see invisibility.
Yeah, it's
How high up is the catwalk?
about 10-15 feet,
How tall's the door?
probably 9 feet.
Okay.
Zephyros, it feels like you're a little too far away to see him exactly.
Probably pretty tough for him to see us too.
Yeah. You might be able to see Thurgus.
Yeah. My feet.
Yep. We left off basically in the 8th round of combat, which started way up these stairs, and you guys have pushed into the lower chambers. Those who have divine connections recognize this as a strange sort of unholy ground. And we begin round 9 of combat with Macronom's turn. Oh, I think I got this one. I'll get this one. And he steps forward and is going to whap this flying pixie creature. Don't know what buffs are running. Macronom does.
I think he's still greater invised.
He's still greater invised.
And he's flying, so this may have been just a very interesting mid-air collision.
Okay, Bull Strength, Haste, Bard Song, and Good Hope. Wow. All right, Neil, you want to roll for Macronom? I need a D20 plus.
I will add Macronom to the combat sheet for next time.
Yeah, his normal bonus is plus 17. He does have a strength plus 2 item, so with those bonuses, it would be 4, 5, 6. It's plus 23. He's invisible, plus 25 on his melee slam.
44.
Nice. Yeah, he slams the pixie. These pixies strangely don't seem to have damage reduction. And he's going to do plus 3, 4, 5, D6 plus 16 damage. He's power attacking probably, so that's minus 2 plus 6.
Oh my goodness, 2 good rolls.
All right,
22.
We'll add another 6 from power attack and then 2d6 from his sneak attack.
All right, so it's 22 plus 6 plus 6.
Nice.
Okay, this pixie creature, 28, 34 damage on top of the 44 she already has. 42, 60. Dropped her to minus 18. There is a wet slap and crack as she goes flying against the far wall, kind of dragged back a little bit by tendrils of stickiness from the flying Macronom, as she's kind of hanging underneath Macronom, and then he lets her go. This creature begins to grow. Like, there seems to be some sort of effect that after its demise is causing its body to rapidly grow. On their turn in combat, I will transform them. That was Macronom's go.
And Macronom is greater invisibility, so he's not going to become invisible. He's not going to become visible, right?
Yeah, until that wears out, which is, I believe, in round 12. LD, you don't know what that is. Do I know what that is?
Larry Davalos.
Larry Davalos. Okay, so Larry does not do anything. Plague zombie fighters. I know what they are doing. All right. One is stupidly standing from prone.
Does he provoke?
He definitely provokes.
Click my button. Oh, it didn't do the thing. What happened? There we go. Yay!
All right, Thurgus's adamantine greatsword comes hammering down, hitting this creature.
For 55. Oh, go!
Okay,
Stay down on the floor.
That gets reduced to 50.
So how's it doing?
It is now bloodied. You nearly
Nice.
took one of his arms off. It's sort of loose a little bit in his armor. This zombie looks somewhat more desiccated, a little bit drier than the others, and they are moving quite quickly. They still have streams of blood coming from their sallow eye sockets and really angry pinpoints of red light instead of eyeballs. So this thing stands. They're going to retort with their fiery blades.
Come and get some.
So the one that stood attacks first, AC 19.
He has to roll twice.
Okay, so AC 19. The one that is to the north, it's AC 20 because of your protective aura.
So good.
And then the one that that didn't have to gets a second attack. And does not hit. So Thurgus manages to basically follow through with your blade, and you're slapping their blades around. Basically, you pin them to the floor a little bit, and when they pull their fiery blades out, you basically push them backwards, and they have to come stumbling back in.
As I'm deflecting these blows, I'm
Yep.
like taking my sword and scooping up all the bones that were on the ground and just flicking them in their direction because of the bones that they vomited at me, like golf swings.
Yeah, the weird thing about the bones is when you're flicking them, they start rolling along the ground back into the creature. Like the creatures are very possessive of their bone matter. Now we've got two zombies. One's gonna 5-foot step in, not provoking, and is going to attack the chain devil.
Mm-hmm.
The chain devil's not protected, right?
Protected?
Oh my goodness! Look at those rolls. AC 19, AC 20 on the chain devil.
That sounds like a hit. Just double checking now. AC 21. Oh.
Okay,
No.
both of those miss. The chain devil manages to block the fiery blade with chains wrapped around his wrists. Sparks flying everywhere, and hate-filled eyes as the advanced zombie and the chain devil lock evil stares. And then we've got one advanced zombie to the north. I think he's going to come marching in. He takes there's another AOO, Thurgus. I don't know if you have any left.
This round, let's see here. Is this the round that I use the deflection and the attack against the range touch attack? I don't remember the sequence of events. I think I already burned 2.
Okay.
So I'm going to say I do not.
Okay. So it comes in underneath the blade that is being used to fend off the blades of others. And then it gets a single attack and has to roll twice because of the protective aura.
No.
Okay. AWGIU. Thurgus.
All right, now it's my turn. I'll burn a swift action. Let's see here. I think I have. Oh, I haven't touched my sacred weapon. I just want to make sure that is a swift. Let's see here. Yeah, it's a swift action. So I'm going to use Sacred Armor, and because Sacred Armor lets me activate Sacred Weapon at the same time with a single swift. So one of them's a minute, one of them's a rounds per level. Not a huge boost, but it's a little bit. I'm not going to choose any special abilities. I'm just going to get an additional +2 to my sword.
Okay. Your sword glows a little bit, sort of a reddish glow.
Okay. And then I'm going to start with the advanced plague zombie that already took damage.
Okay, the one that took the punishing, crunching blow as it stood up. It's covered in blood because I think some of these zombies got hit by your waves of blood.
Yeah, first swing is for 44.
Yeah, it tries to do a competent block, but you are beyond competent swordplay.
Oh, and then swing down for 50. We'll call that 45.
The rules of swordplay do not apply to Thurgus as he just goes through swords and armor with his great strength and size. The block ends up the fiery sword ends up inside the creature's shoulder as he tried to block your blow. Plus, you took off half of his bony face, and there's a bit of blood pouring out from more squishy organs that have yet to be desiccated.
Is he still up?
105 damage. He is still up.
Oh wow. Okay.
He cannot take another
I'm gonna
hit
take
like that, though.
my haste attack against him.
Okay.
So I'll swing one more time. This one's only for 36 to hit.
Yep, retching your blade free, you do so in a way that you're kind of doing an upward cut.
And then I just take it back out of his body, dealing as much damage as possible. Like I kind of take it at an angle and just sort of like cleave out a V shape, trying to take out the shoulder blade in one arm and just fling it behind me. Oh!
All right, this creature has been dispatched. His bits flying all over the place.
I'll take my iterative against the one next to him on part of the backswing and just kind of like cleave it backwards and give him his friend's arm.
The one that's damaged?
Yeah. Okay. Zombies, can they be crit?
No.
Okay. Then that's a 43 to hit. For 52, call that 47 points of damage. I'm assuming if he has the same DR.
Yep. He's almost bloodied by that attack, plus the damage he already had.
And I beat him with his friend's arm. I go, Gah!
There are so many creatures that are unimpressed by your impressive display.
Are you not entertained? He takes it personally.
D&D.
That's it. It's swift and full round.
Oh, it's Dr.
Oh, actually, I'm going to 5-foot step into this doorway. So I'll put myself between the zombie walls, but I want to prevent anybody from going back, because I saw they... actually, I didn't see the wall of force, but did anybody say anything about the wall of force?
Zafir said he's doing it.
Okay, yeah. If he had mentioned it, then I'm going to assume that I need to block this door so that nobody can get past me and hurt my backline.
Okay.
That's it for me.
Dr. Davalos, not that any of you know this, stands there and continues to put protective spells and things on himself. There's no spell casting per se, and you guys have a lot of noise and problems before paying attention to things in that room. Fereosae.
I am going to cackle first.
Okay.
And see if I feel it affecting. Do I have a sense of what hexes it's affected? Is it getting Thurgus?
What are you talking about?
Does the wall of force block the cackle from extending protective light?
Yeah, I think it blocks all spells and effects. So, give me a second. Wall of force.
It says breath, weapons, and spells cannot pass through a wall of force in either direction.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it doesn't require a line of effect. Like, you're not shooting an arrow.
Yeah. Cackle's the weird supernatural witch power, so...
Well, I think you can, like, summon creatures on the other side of a wall of force. Because, again, they don't require a line of effect. Like, how would you be able to teleport to the other side if you couldn't do it?
Fair enough, yeah. I mean, there's got to be some way. Some things get through, some things don't. Yeah.
It says some things can pass through and others cannot. Yeah, I think you're gonna need a line of effect here.
30 feet sort of around so that it can be heard.
Yep.
That makes sense. In that case, I am going to move.
Okay.
I'm going to move. I'm going to continue Bard Song and move down here, which is inside, I believe, the waves of.
And that's close enough.
The Visions of Hell. Nope, that's not close enough. It'll next round I'll try and get close enough.
Okay, so protective luck goes down to 1 round, right?
Yes. It just doesn't move. I have a PL in the initiative sheet.
Oh, okay.
For the last round that it's effective, I believe.
Okay,
all right, you can see a dirty operating, and then the cots in this room are dirty. They also have manacles and stains. There are some doctor bags that were dropped. You could see blood sort of slowly dripping from something that's orbiting in the air in front of you. I guess you have see invisibility up. Then you can see Rolf clutching his own face and bloodshot eyes as he's clearly dead. I'm gonna get rid of his other statuses because death trumps all. All right, so you move, and what is your other action? Sorry.
Move, I cackled. In
Yep.
order to learn that it didn't work, I
Yep.
cackled.
Okay.
Which extends it on Zephyrus. So I'll do that. And that is as they say that. I am going to probably need to roll a save against that Visions of Hell.
Yeah, and the save is pretty nasty.
Yeah.
Not only the room is dirty, not only is the room dirty and kind of macabre, it is dripping with blood, and there are horrible things in the corners of your eyes.
Do I get a +4 for knowing that this is the professor's illusion?
Was you were able to witness the professor cast the spell? So yes, I would allow that. Yep.
I pass it with a 31. Nice.
Okay. So are there any effects even if you do save, Luke?
Oh, that's a good question.
I actually have that spell up. Let's see
I don't
here.
know. You should just see through it.
Will negates, so
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, you see the horrible images for what they are. Still leaving kind of a horrible room.
Nice.
The bone creatures, they have reabsorbed all of the loose bones that once belonged to them, and they are targeting Thurgus because there's no one else in the room.
Oh, I'm doing my job.
They still have to roll twice, don't they?
Yeah.
All right, there. So the furthest one, the one that threw the bones last time, is doing a full round attack. These are its first attempts at attacking, and then its second rolls for those same attacks in the same order. So AC 18, AC 24, and AC 33.
AC 33 is a miss.
Okay. It claws. It tries to punch you with these bony fists and bite and scratch at you. And then this one incurs an AOO as it throws some bones at you. It begins to belch up wagon loads of bones. It is a ranged touch attack to hit.
I'm gonna knock it away.
Okay. Oh, it has to roll twice. Oh, I got it that one. So, which means I have to roll. I have to roll again for its. Would 25 touch have hit?
I deflected it with a 40.
Okay. But would 25 touch have hit?
20. My touch AC is 14.
Okay. So you end up raising your blade and kind of swatting the bones away, and they're spraying all over the place. Some of them are sticking to you, but they're not sticking to you in any quantity that would slow you down. And then the torrent of bones stops, and the bones start to clink back in towards the creature. It didn't critical miss is basically what I'm.
Sure, makes sense.
What I was looking for. Do they regen? No. Okay, that's the bone creatures. One of them tried to beat you up a little bit, and the other one tried to spew bones on you, and nothing happened. Professor, your displacement goes down next round.
Yes. First, I'll do the Chain Devil's turn. Let's do him first. He has regeneration 2, which I've never had anything with regeneration. Does that just give me 2?
Yeah, start of its turn, it gets 2 hit points back.
Awesome. So he is 213 damage. And then he's going to do a full round attack on the zombie in front of him. He is normally at +4. He has 4 chains. Bard Song is going.
Yes.
And Bard Song is a +2.
+2.
All right. So 1d20 plus 15. Oh wait, that's 4 of them. 17, 16, 18, 29 maybe
The
hits.
29 definitely hits.
Cool. Bard Song gives you damage.
Plus,
too,
yeah,
right?
the
Plus 2 to damage.
same bonus to damage.
It's been so long since I've landed in a 2d4 plus plus another 2 on there. So 9 damage.
Okay, the chains are bludgeoning. But they are not magic. So you said 9 damage,
Yes.
which becomes 4. So you blast the chains against the zombie wearing plate, and only one of them manages to slap it across its face. It seems to be pissed off, but it was pissed off when it began. Professor,
Always pissed off.
what else are you doing?
The professor, oh my, oh well, seems Thurgus is in a bit of a tight spot. It probably doesn't say any of this out loud, but continues on. The hand will continue to concentrate on the explosions and fire mist burning in the last room. Over the heat of battle, all the clanging of weapons and armor. There's still the roaring of a fire somehow mixed with the hiss of blood boiling. For the professor's turn, he's going to quick draw the memory lapse wand, because the last turn he cast Visions of Hell, which is an evil spell, and he is going to
Priorities.
yes, that he did such an evil thing. And that will get marked on the old sheet up here. At this point, for those keeping track, there are quite a few evil spells saved on this guy. And so after he does that, he will move, and as part of the move, he will quick stow his wand again. So let's see, where can we get to with a hasted fly?
90 feet. You can see there are 2 senior plague doctors in this room. They're looking very frightened. They're jumping at every drip and sound coming from your visions of hell.
If I stand near these zombies, I wonder, they probably can smell me or something.
They seem to be grasping at Thurgus.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I think I'll stay. This is like a doorway. I could stay behind it and still be kind of like on the other side of something from these zombies. I'm not too keen to, just be that close to them. So.
Sure, you're invisible. Are you saying anything, letting Thurgus know you're there?
No, I'm
okay.
Not. And then I will use spell recall, 3 points of my arcane pool to spell recall major image. And that will be my turn.
Okay. Zephyrus.
So Zephyrus has overland flight and he's hasted at the moment. So he is going to, without moving his legs, move to this position.
Okay, these 2 plague doctors look very concerned. They're looking up at Zephyrus.
As they look up at Zephyrus, his trunk just sort of lifts up a little bit, and in his trunk he's holding a wand.
Okay.
And off goes a charge of lightning bolt that goes straight through both of these plague doctors.
Okay, in the old school 2nd E lightning bolts bounced, but they don't do that anymore. so you end up just blasting these 2 senior doctors with strokes of lightning.
They added chain lightning for that.
DC is 23.
Do you have the ability to increase DCs on wands?
We made the ruling that a wand is a spell completion device, so I get the evocation spell.
Yeah, but you don't get your own DC on it.
No, I don't get my own DC. It's 8. Isn't it 8? Oh, is it a different DC? Is it a... Okay, sorry, I miscalculated there.
Yep. A wand DC. There is a mage's power that will allow you to do the thing that
Okay.
Luke's character does, which is probably a good thing if you want to start using fireball and lightning bolt wands. The DC is a little underwhelming. The DC is the minimum int or ability score you need to cast the spell. In this case, it would be 13. So plus one. So 10 plus 1 plus the level of the spell. The DC of a wand would be 14, but I will allow you to apply your spell foci to that. So that's DC 16.
And they're shaken, so they're at -2?
They are shaken, they're -2, and they're kind of like rickety old men underneath these senior doctor masks. So they are.
You're saying they're quick and spry?
No, they are not quick and spry. Clerics don't tend to have great reflex saves. Okay.
Rogue levels with evasion?
Their base reflex save is 3, -2 from the visions of hell. They fail and fail. After all of that, you end up roasting them with the lightning bolt, and then you can also apply your extra damage from your evocation power. So
yeah,
I don't know what level the wand is.
This is a caster level 7 wand, but I need to do 1 level higher because of my staff, so it's 7d6. So it is 7d6, and then the bonus, I believe, is 4 for a spell evocation spell for damage. I'm just checking. Yes, plus 4 damage.
Is that half your level, or is it something else?
Yeah, it's like half my level.
Okay.
Yeah. 7d6 plus 4.
Nice.
So 31 damage to each of them.
That's good.
That's solid.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You end up electrocuting both of them. They both fall to the ground and are slowly getting back up. Steam and sizzling coming off of them. They look really shaky, and you've bloodied them both.
Want more?
That was not bad for a wand charge. WOH Pixie. Oh, yeah, the Pixie that Makranam killed is turning into, like, a polymorph effect is wearing off into a very dead lady.
Oh. Interesting.
Well.
Like Fae form or something?
The dead lady looks like some sort of caster. She has on immediately, I guess, Fereosae and Bukrabeka and Makranam can see she does have an amulet around her neck that looks like a screaming woman's face, like it was part of a statue or like some sort of other artwork. It was kind of broken off, made out of electrum. She also has some witch fetishes on her person. Spell component pouch. Maybe some other things, but now is not the time for looting.
No, it's the time for killing!
This one ends up, I think, trying to stabilize on her own, which she does. One of the pixies is just lying in a pool of her own blood. And then we've got a couple of others that are going to try to make life difficult. This pixie flies forward and casts Ill Omen on Thurgus.
I can't save against that.
You will succumb to her wishes.
Who's her? I don't see any females.
Hecate!
Hecka who?
That's right.
Can I have Hecka beer instead?
Okay, and this pixie floats forward.
Do they become visible?
They were visible.
Oh, okay.
Okay. They, in fact, are not such great flyers that they land when they kind of flutter over. And I'm just gonna paste something. Like, notice I'm not typing. This is straight from the build.
Oh no.
Nice.
In the name of the dead goddess of witches and the lady of death, fear what you fear and die.
a phantasmal killer spell is being cast upon Thurgus.
Okay, so you need 2 saves. Take the lower for the will save first.
For the will save to see if you disbelieve, correct?
Okay, so this is a fear effect. In which case my steel will apply. I don't get a bonus from Inspire Courage because I already have Heroism. So this will just be my normal will save plus 2.
This is also a death spell that gets around Death Ward.
You can blow your moment of greatness to add another +2 if you want.
Actually, I think I have a fortune point. Is that correct, Marty?
Yeah, the current fortune point counts are Matt 1, Luke 2, Neil 2, Max 1.
I can burn that for +2.
Max also has a hero point in the tank.
I can burn that for +2, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll burn the fortune point from the stream. Yeah. So that's a 32 to save. To disbelieve.
Yeah, the aim...
Oh, wait, sorry, I need to roll twice. Because of Ill Omen.
Yep.
Yeah, 32.
The amorphous kind of blob of darkness just kind of fades away, and you shake it off. It didn't even get to the point of manifesting into one of your fears.
I take 4d6 though, yeah.
You do take some damage from this as
or something. I thought I don't remember.
Yep. The subject takes 3d6 points.
3d6. Okay.
16 damage.
Now, is that affected by Death Ward? I don't remember what type of damage it is.
No, this is some sort of mental damage.
Okay, Thurgus takes 16. Oh, get out of my head!
Yeah, a little bit of blood coming out of your nose.
You guys, they're playing with my fears. I see things. All of the creatures before me, they're not impressed by my greatness.
It didn't work. You didn't cast the spell right, sister!
You see them, like, snarking at each other after you didn't fall down. The Queen's Physicians and the zombies. Okay, so there are 2 zombies that need to roll basically 20s to grapple Thurgus, and they need to roll twice. So basically, you're being grabbed by zombies, but it's kind of like you're walking through a beaded entryway and not getting caught in the beads.
I'd like to point out that I have the blessing of Bumpa Dumpa Dumba.
Yep.
And freedom of movement. So as these sort of hands kind of reach out, you hear the clinking of chains or of coins. As you can hear, just like, this is a slight like transaction. It's just like, no, it takes some money. You don't need to touch this guy. It's fine. It's fine.
Wasn't freedom of movement put on?
Oh, you're right. No, it's on me.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
That's true.
Fair enough. Let me double check. Make sure it's.
I like that effect for it, though. Yeah.
Yeah. You could just hear like some slight bribes. Like, no, that's fine.
All right. These Queen's Physicians need to kill a Phant. In order for them to survive, because they're not running into the room with Thurgus. That's for sure.
That makes sense. There's that back room down south.
Yep. Well, it worked last time. It didn't work on Thurgus, but maybe it'll work on Zephyros. Zephyros, you're not threatening them right now? I don't think he is.
Threatening who?
You need a 15-foot reach.
I don't think he has long arm up.
Do you have long arm up?
No.
Okay, they're going to channel negative energy again to harm.
Oh no, I'm standing right next to him.
There's one that's a little bit staggered backwards, so...
I'm even going to take one of these then.
The first one does 12 negative energy, the second one does 17, and the save for half that you need to make is DC 17.
Is that fort save?
It's a will save.
DC 17 will save. Do we have anything running right now that's giving us will buffs?
Good hope.
It gives you what, +2? I should just check the sheet.
Yep. So, Fereosae, you need to make one save. Looks like you made it.
Yep,
So you take
I did.
6 damage from the negative energy that comes flowing out of this senior doctor's holy symbol or unholy symbol.
Yep.
Yep, I've got good hope.
Professor, it looks like you take damage.
Life bubble doesn't guard against this, does it?
No.
No.
Okay.
And
How
then
much damage was it?
you need to make 2 saves.
Oh, yeah.
29 for Zephyros.
Okay, the first one you make the save. I need a second one for Zephyros, second one for the Professor. Professor
Can
fails.
I use a fortune point or something? I never make rolls. Can I use fortune points?
So a fortune point would increase the 15 to a 17, which would be a save. So instead of 12 damage in the first, you'd take 6.
17, which is a save.
It's just negative energy damage.
Okay.
We can
Can I
always.
have-
Yeah.
Used both my fortune points there?
You could use one to make the save. The other fortune point won't affect your nat 1.
Oh, I just wasn't sure if I had to have told you before. I don't want to cheese the fortune
No,
point.
that's fine.
Cool. So the half was 6.
Yeah,
and the
so
full
you
was-
take 6 and then another 17 for 23 negative energy.
Oh no, that's not good, guys.
Zephyros, you made both saves, so you take a total of 14.
So this is just damage, right?
Yeah, this is negative energy damage. And then I think we already rolled. And then Thurgus, you're completely...
So Thurgus is just standing there, unmoving, like this massive grizzly tree. And as he's sort of facing down these zombies, you see his armor just kind of shakes a little bit, and these green leaves kind of float down and turn to brown as they fall to the ground. And he does not give a flying fuck.
All right, these 2 senior doctors...
First day of autumn, bitches.
end
Damn straight.
up trying to make a run for it from Zephyros. That was not enough to get him to go down. This doctor is just watching Zephyros, and he watches the effects of what can only be described as a death rainbow on Zephyros. Like, how many spell effects do you have running on yourself right now? No, sorry, on Thurgus.
Oh, on Thurgus?
Yeah.
Oh, good lord. Protective luck, I believe, is supernatural, so that would not technically be a spell effect, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 22 spell effects.
Okay. This senior doctor, with his wisdom, thinks that dispel magic is a good idea. And he tries to dispel magic on Thurgus, which will be interesting.
You're going to have to walk me through that, because I don't know.
He dispels 5th level caster magic. So do you have any
None.
spells that were cast via wands or diminished spell casting for any purpose? Potions?
I'll double check. I think Bear's Endurance came from me. Nope. I was going to say maybe one of the potions, but I haven't drank any of them. No.
Okay. There's a pop and fizzle, and none of your magic goes down. This senior doctor is going to move away. And this one simply double moves in, and the 2 of them are having a little doctor's conference about what's going on. Bookrebeck, who is, I believe, flying? No, he gave his flies to everyone else.
He has a ring of feather falling. He fell down the shaft.
Bookrebeck's not taking any chances. He double hands his Morning Star and coup de grace the pixie behind him, whose body then turns into another of these female witches upon death. Oh, I guess she's not for keeping or for eating. I guess I could eat her, but that's for later. She wasn't carrying a sword.
Can I hear through the wall of force?
You could hear around this corner, definitely.
Okay. I can't hear into the visions of hell. I don't. There's some bad things going on in that room.
All right, victims. Yeah, you guys can hear some yelling coming from up here, and some jangling of chains, some squawking, and even the trumpet of what sounds like a young Fant. And they're all yelling to, like, help us, we're in here. Macronam Gobbler. Oh, it just looks scary in there.
That's right, I am scary.
Macronam's he's a bag of holding mimic with a heart of gold. He's gonna fly to this door and open it up to take a peek.
Yeah,
Nice. Bex was thinking about taking a look too.
Maybe there's some good containers in here I haven't seen before.
Oh, what's in here?
These people are for keeping.
And Macronam does see that there are a number of people chained to beds. There may be some other insights to be made inside this chamber. It appears to be some sort of special ward. There are all sorts of books and notes and maybe doctorish alchemical equipment along a large shelf. Okay, that was Macronam taking a peek to see what's going on. Plague zombie fighters. Alright, one's just going to tear into the chain devil, or attempt to. Raises its fiery sword, hammers down, AC 26.
That'll hit.
AC 21.
That just hits my AC, yes.
And do your chain devils have any DR?
I don't see it. Good weapons and spells, silver weapons, I think get through my regeneration.
Okay, those are the conditions to stop your regen. And does your chain devil, is it immune to fire at all? Or resistant?
I don't think so. No.
Okay, a fiery bastard sword comes hammering down at your chain devil for 34 points of damage. That's 47.
Oh shit, I'm sorry. It's DR5, and then it's /silver or good, and it's immune cold. SR is 17. That doesn't matter. Sorry about that.
It's a DR5.
Okay, so I'll give it 5 hit points back. And then the second hit, as it gets a fiery sword two-handed into its belly. Power attacked for another 23 minus 5 at 18. So it's got 60 damage total.
It is down. Does it disappear back to its chain devil plane, or
it basically when it's down, that last hit sent explosions of little chains kind of clinking along the ground, and then all the chains disappeared into the ground, and the chain devil has been dismissed.
See you later, chain devil. Bye, buddy.
The thing looks around at the ground, kind of kicks at it, and then turns around, and its eyes fixated upon Thurgus, who is the only visible threat. Actually, there's a Macronam and a Bukerbeck. I'm going to see, it might be... Yep, it looks at Bukerbeck. It makes a 5-foot step towards Bukerbeck. It still thinks it's going to be able to get Bukerbeck with the wall of force there. These zombies... 5-foot step in and begin to attack Thurgus. Two-handing their fiery blades. The maybe critical gets turned into AC 24. And the maybe hit gets turned into a critical miss potential. And then would it have hit with a 32?
Nope.
Okay, so your protective aura just causes its blade to go swinging wildly, bouncing off of you. It needs to make a dex check or fall prone. This one kind of fell prone as it bashed against an invisible aura and fell to the
Can
ground.
we say that those leaves that shook out of his armor just kind of swoop up in a gust and throw him off his balance?
Sure. And then they 5
I like Autumn. I'm a big fan. This is a great season.
They 5-foot stepped in and took an attack, so now he stands from prone, incurring an
Provokes?
AOO. Yep.
Yeah. No, stay on the ground. Nat 20.
Yeah, you just stick a sword in its head.
Call that 52
52.
from 57.
Okay, injuring it badly. It is able to stand. That's all it can do this round, and the other one's taking his second attack. And hits AC 26. Thurgus is meant for war.
Yeah, that's why they call it a war priest. Oh.
Thurgus.
Alright, it's my turn. He'll start. Have I hit the plague one in the middle yet? I think. Oh, okay. I see. Okay. I'm gonna make an attack on the one with. I'll take a swing at each one once. Oh, as a swift action, this round, I'm gonna burn a new round of Sacred Weapon, and I'm going to choose to give my weapon Vicious. Thurgus felt like he needed just a little bit of extra damage in order to deal half their total hit points. So he's going to swing at the middle one.
And he's doing damage to himself.
Yeah. So let's see here. Is that another nat 20? Is that what just happened? Yep. Okay. So that's...
Just the sheer violence, Professor. You feel that you're sort of lucky to have found this creature named Thurgus.
For a moment, I think remember there was once a bug who did this for me, but I've.
Yeah, you wonder what Texerat Gagat is doing.
So that's 60. Call that 55.
55 damage on the one right in front of you.
The one just to the left of it. I'm starting on the left, going right.
Okay, 50 is 107, 5 is 112. It is hanging on by threads.
Okay, and then he swings through to put damage on the one next to it.
Okay.
So we'll call that his haste attack. 45 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
For another. Man, why does my numlock keep going off? That's so weird. Plus 37.
You got Neil's weird button lock.
56. Call that 51.
Which is not happening tonight.
Okay, and that one's also hanging on by threads. You're one more hit each. You estimate, Thurgus. They will fall down.
Okay, he will take his. Oops, sorry.
His haste attack?
It's that -5, so 40 to hit for the iterative, for 45 points of damage.
Which one?
The one on the left. He's just kind of like swings back and then chomps down on the one on the left. Thurgus takes 66 points of damage. Thurgus takes 26. Oh no, sorry. He only takes 1d6 for each swing.
1d6 for each, so
yeah,
13.
so 13.
Yeah, the vicious energies of your blade disrupt the undead. These ones don't like explode into pulpy masses when they die. They're still bloody. You probably don't want to ingest or go anywhere near it. But they've been desiccated somewhat, which may have helped them move about with alacrity. And I have an ad somewhere. What tab is that? Okay,
that's it for me.
Dr. Davalos. Well, I'm gonna have all the spells running by the time you guys get here.
We love a fair fight. Fully spelled up 4-on-1.
I had a whole turn planned out, guys, and things changed. Had to redo all the paperwork, figure it all out again.
I'm sorry.
It's good. It's good.
All right. So we saw wall of flame, wall of force, some sort of lightning effect. Yeah, I think I'm gonna.
I could see the movie scene of like the big bad boss in the lair, like standing there on his like catwalk, like looking down at this doorway as like explosions. It's slowly getting worse. He's just like, what the fuck? And all his goons are like, ah, get in there, and just dying sounds coming out of it.
There might be great concern growing in the pit of the stomach of Dr. Davalos.
I wonder if he's yelling at the two dudes that just ran back in and started to have a little mini powwow. Like, why are you guys taking your break?
He hasn't started yelling.
We're union doctors.
Because he doesn't want to give away his position. Fereosae.
Fereosae is going to move to here. This is good. Cackle and continue bard song.
The plague doctors are pointing at the noise and kind of moving away.
And Pixel's going to move. Pixel is going to... I think Pixel's hasted, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
I think so, too.
We saved it until everybody teleported in.
Is she protected from fire?
Yeah.
Fire, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, she takes 15 fire damage as she goes through the opaque wall of fire.
She absorbs 20.
Yeah.
Let's see... She will double move over to this creature and hide at the foot of the bed.
Okay. The creatures are kind of struggling and trying to like free themselves of their bonds.
They'll be okay.
The owl-faced humanoid stops. There are little fluffy feathers all around the bed.
Where are the keys?
One of the doctors has it.
Oh, do it. You have to ask. Who?
All right, L.A., then the bone creatures.
What? Okay.
The bone creatures press their attacks, on a protected Thurgus. This is...
Bears for tank.
All right.
I like that nat 1.
Yep, 2 nat 1s, and then a crit got turned into an AC 22. Let's roll that nat 1. Critical miss. Great roar, you're deafened until healed. I guess that doesn't apply to this thing. That's fine. And then their second... So wait, no, that was all 3 of their attacks. So they both try to pummel Thurgus this round, and Thurgus weathers all of the blows. Last round of displacement, Professor. You're hiding in your awful visions of hell at the tail of Thurgus. What are you doing?
So I don't have my gentleman around anymore with the chains, so no fool around there. If the crawling hand can still concentrate on it without visual contact, it will on the explosions in the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
But if it can't, that will start to linger as of right now. I'm going to spend 1 arcane point to increase the DC of spells I cast this turn. I'm going to do a round of dual spell casting The first one I'm going to do is I will silently cast Fog Cloud. I'd like to put it... I can see Thurgus has got this room going, and people are trying to cast from the other room over in on him and fuck him up. So I'm going to try and fog this back here, you know, maybe...
Okay. Point at the center of the fog. Like this?
Yeah, that would be perfect. Yeah.
Okay.
Just fill that area so the doorway is blotted out. They can't see what's going on in here.
This is the pea soup cloud spell, right?
Basically, you can't see. It's not
no. Solid fog's the pea soup. This is visually pea soup. Yeah. So
DC on that, because it's not an illusion, will be a little lower than normal. Second level spell, +1 for the thing. 23. Oh wait, sorry, that's not it.
I don't think there's any save on this.
Yeah, I think it's just you gave everything concealment within 5 feet, and then beyond that you can't see.
And then for my other one, I'm gonna command undead. I'm gonna try and get this advanced plague zombie that has less damage.
Good call.
Okay, and then at the end of that you'll appear.
That shouldn't mess with my invisibility, right?
Oh, you have greater invisibility running. My bad.
Yes. Yeah, come on, Marty. The professor can't be seen. He's, you know.
All right, so yeah, you're gonna try to take mental domination of the advanced plague zombie. Okay.
Yeah, it comes down to, is it intelligent or not?
It is intelligent.
Then it is save. A will negates. Spell resistance applies. DC on this one is 23.
Does a 15 make it?
It does not.
All right, you are now in control of a thing that is also being commanded.
Ooh.
Interesting. I don't know what will happen when I command it to turn on these bone creatures here, because it's been told that these creatures are going to turn on it as soon as they're finished with this bear, and you know how terrible they are. They're coming for you next.
Okay, so you bark out your spell and you feel the magic take effect. What are you doing? You still have to issue orders. I'm
going to order it to attack these bone creatures in front of it.
Okay. Given that it already has an effect on it to control it, the two of you, the person controlling it, and you need to make an opposed charisma check.
I was hoping for confusion.
His charisma is so good. Dr. Diabolus is so handsome.
Who says it's Dr. Davalos that has...
That's true. It could be that dead guy that we just killed.
Could be Thurgus.
I don't think anything will really improve just by raw charisma. Glamour, I think, only applies to specific charisma checks. So I think it's just raw charisma. Let me just double check that.
9.
Oh, let me just... I think I should be good. Oh, Blossom Book Tome must be circumcised, so no, it doesn't matter. And my charisma is not so good. +2. Can I beat a 9? Can I use the point on this?
Yeah, it's a D20 roll, so I'll let you use your point. So you win. You win control of the creature, and it turns its blade around and looks like it's going to charge the bone creature.
Sure.
I'm going to give this thing a big purple aura, or that's fine. You got this one.
Perfect. And that will be my turn.
Zephyros.
Zephyros is going to move in line with these two plague doctors again, and he's going to shoot another another lightning bolt.
No! trying to scramble back. One of them dives towards like the metal framed bed to try to get away. And they're still in the visions of hell, so
I have this picture of like him just like with his hands down and his trunk out, and he's just like floating forwards.
Yeah.
Just like shooting bolts of lightning out of his face.
They knew what was coming this time, so they both do a really good job at squirming out of the way, but you do electrocute them somewhat.
Okay, so they do. So it's half damage, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So the damage here is 7d6 plus 4.
Uh, 18. Yep. You electrocute them, they're not going to be able to take another one of these vicious lightning bolts. Lightning bolt's long, too. It goes 120 feet, so it actually strikes this far wall, sending these two plague doctors flying. They manage to get up again, this time a little more slowly after they get hit. Alright, we've got a couple of casters out here that are still... They can't see shit. Okay, so this one... Well, she can see the edge. And this one's talking to her. So if they move here, they can see out of the fog. They're still bitching at each other. About spells not working and that sort of thing. One of them's really frustrated with Thurgus and is just going to try to tag him with what looks like 2 fiery beams called Scorching Ray.
I deflect them.
Do you get to deflect them both, or...?
They're ranged attacks. I will expend 2 AOOs, 1 for each.
Okay. And they have to roll twice. So this is the first attack roll. Is 13 touch.
Yeah, versus 35.
And the second attack roll is
versus another 35.
Is a potential critical miss.
Another crit miss out here?
It is a crit miss with a spell.
Oh.
She stubs her toe for 1 strength damage.
Bah! Bah!
She gets her wing caught in like the door a little bit. Okay, that clearly didn't work.
Come here, you little fairies. Why don't you face Thurgus?
This one is going to cast blindness on Thurgus.
Ah!
A bunch of spots in your eyes. The DC for this will be 19. I believe.
Do you need a fortitude save?
It's a fortitude save, yeah. This is a Hail Mary type effect.
Yeah, I need to roll not a 1. 36.
Okay, the spots in your eyes go away.
He just shakes it and gets angrier. Ah!
And they also 5-foot stepped around, so they're done. They might be pulling out wands or things at this point. Alright, those are the witches of Hecate. The zombies trying to grab at Thurgus. Luckily, Professor, they seem uninterested in you. They don't seem to be able to sense you. Standing right here. It's an awful, awful chamber. Bukerbeck. I guess he needs to come around, right? Like, you want him...
Would he have gone to help the injured people in the other room?
It seems like...
I think he wants to make sure that you guys are... Safe and healed.
Okay.
He looked back and saw that Makernam is over there. He's going to move to here. Well, actually, he sees these guys. Let's see if he's got any attacks.
He couldn't see Makernam. Makernam's invisible.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, no see invis on Bukrubek does not have any attack spells. He's going to help Sephiros. He scoots up to one of these plague doctors and is going to hammer down with the with his Morning Star, with a Good Hope and Bard Song running. Hits an AC 15. Oh no, I think this guy managed to throw like bandages and a pillow, and then like just desperately trying to get out of Bukrubek's way. Yeah, Bukrubek misses. The fight of the moderately effective clerics in melee.
They toss like a handful of coins, and he's like,
all confused, catching the coins.
Right.
This doctor is going to withdraw. And this doctor double moves up to this set of doors here and is fumbling with a key. A bunch of the victims are yelling, although actually their yelling is quieted down now that they see there's a little fairy in the room, maybe going to help them. Makarnom is going to fly around. He sees this other door, gets to the door, and this door opens.
Oh no. Do I see him on the other side of the golem?
No, he's invisible, so
okay.
He's got a greater invis that is just about to go down. So you see a door open, and there's a chamber beyond. You've got two foes in your way.
I look around and I try and take stock. I don't see the professor. I don't see Makarnom, and I get a little concerned.
You would have heard the professor on his last term cast a spell immediately.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right behind you. You have the professor is right behind you from him casting.
So then I can deduce that it's Makarnom.
Yeah, you do. You also hear him go, "Oh,"
and then I just shake my head.
Plague zombie fighters. Okay, so this one is walking up to the bone golem. The bone golem doesn't take an AOO because maybe it's been conditioned to think that the bone creature is its friend.
I definitely take an AOO. I have one left.
You are a threat. Yeah, it does provoke. This one is a... Yeah, you strike it, so...
54 points of damage.
Is that including
49 then?
49 becomes...
I don't remember what their...
53.
What? I thought it was or good. I think my weapon counts as good aligned right now. Oh, no. Weapon of Awe doesn't do that. Never mind. I need a line weapon. Ignore me.
Okay. Yeah, it's DR5, magic and slashing. No,
I have a magic and slashing weapon, for sure.
You are
if that's
getting
what the DR
through
is.
these. All right.
Oh, nice.
Okay, I was thinking, because I was describing them as desiccated as bludgeoning. My bad. You're still killing them within the same amount of swings. Yeah. Okay, so this one gets hacked, unfortunately, Professor, as it comes in. But it does attack the bone creature.
That's all it needs to do. It's going to have to die eventually.
I think it misses the bone creature.
Thurgus gets very confused.
Nope, it hit the bone creature. It's got an AC of 21. Two-handing its fiery sword into the bone creature.
Thurgus doesn't have enough spellcraft to identify Command Undead. I'm just going to throw that out there.
The bone creature does take fire from the magical blade, just not fire from spells. And it has the bludgeoning DR. It slugged the bone creature for 21 damage.
Nice.
The bone creature might be smart enough, or it might be programmed to respond to that. It shifts slightly. Now, the one in front of Thurgus is just swinging its blade madly. AC 30?
No.
So many crits that have been getting converted into nothing. AC 18. Again, there's a few like you see this thing attacked your neck twice, and there was a barrier that kind of caught its blade twice. Just a bunch of flakes of embers flying in your face.
I'd like to point out that Thurgus's greatest weakness is being in an area of silence.
Yeah.
All right.
Can't hear that sweet, sweet laughter.
Right.
That's
like the scariest thing for Thurgus right now. Is area effect silence.
AW Thurgus.
I'm gonna finish off the zombie in front of me. So swing. I'm gonna keep vicious up, by the way. So it's a +2 weapon. It's no longer a +3. It's only +1 plus vicious. So that's 44 to hit. For there we go. 54.
Okay, you kind of body check it with your shoulder and put it off balance, and then swing your sword through it, scattering its bones all over.
God, why does I have no idea why my numlock's turning off. Sorry. Thurgus takes an extra 4. Can I burn a swift action in between my attacks, or does it have to be before or at the end?
No, that's fine. You can.
Okay. Then I'm going to activate the vampiric torque, and I'm going to take my haste attack against the big one.
Against the bone creature?
Yeah.
Which one?
The one on the left.
Okay.
Does a 39 hit?
39 does hit. It doesn't even move to get out of the way.
Okay. For 53 points of damage, so -5 is 48. Half of that is 24. I heal for 24.
Nice. 48.
That is a good use of that torque.
Yeah, I like it. And then I'll take my iterative against the same one and just continue to slam against it. That's a nat 1. So you need me to roll again to confirm?
Yep.
That too.
You would have hit with the 2. So yeah, you
his
hit
arms are getting tired.
You hit it and knocked a bunch of bones off of it, and as the bones were coming up, you swiped too hard at the bones that weren't attached to anything and slipped a little bit, like there was more resistance or less resistance than you expected. But you caught yourself.
Okay.
No one's laughing at you.
You guys, I'm getting really tired. And then he lifts up his sword again. From carrying this whole fucking fight. And then he looks at the golems, like waiting for them to laugh, and he just kind of gets dejected. Like he's worked up in this like arena fighting, and they're just not intimidated. He's very sad. Hey, Cackle. That's it for Thurgus.
Okay, one named Dr. Davalis flies through the fog cloud unperturbed by its fogginess. And he is holding a strange device in his hands. It looks like a staff that is dripping necromancy. And he points it at Thurgus.
Oh no!
Unfortunately, I think this fires a black ray of negative energy.
It's out.
It is a ranged touch spell. He is invisible, which means you're flat-footed to this attack. Do you have any abilities that allow you to react to attacks that you're not aware of?
Not currently.
Okay.
I do not have blind fighting.
All right.
So does that mean I can't use Smash from the air?
I believe so.
I can read the ability. It helps, but... be deflected.
Just bear in mind, you have blur running, and you have... What else do you have running?
Well, you
It's
have
hard to
Death
say.
Ward running, so
Yeah.
there's that.
Is that 22 the touch?
Yep.
22 would touch. So I think the first question is blur, which is 20% mischance.
Mm-hmm. Which he gets through.
Fuck.
Okay. And
We still got
then
100 though.
let's see here. The spell does not remove negative levels that the subject has already gained, but it does remove the penalties from negative levels for the duration of its effect. So does that mean... Oh, the already gained. Does that mean I'm immune to enervate?
Dr. Davalos remains invisible.
Okay.
The enervation ray that went off strikes you and is blocked by the Death Ward.
Nice. Such a good call.
It got through everything else, though, so
it did.
Be aware of the Death Ward.
And you hear this sort of, from a refined, slightly accented voice, "Shite."
Oh, buddy, you're next.
He wants to say shite again, but... yeah. Okay, Fereosae.
I will cackle. Good joke there, I guess. To your earlier joke. I will continue Bard Song as a free action. And for my standard, just do a quick check here. Ill Omen close range is 45 feet. Do I have 45 feet on him? Not quite, right?
You need to be in, I think, this square. No, that's 50.
I'd have to get even a little bit closer. Well, actually, no, that's a good point. Let's see here. I will cast Touch of Idiocy, and deliver it with my spectral hand.
To whom are you delivering this wonderful spell?
To Dr. Davalos.
Oh no, I didn't put up any concealment effects. Oh shit.
Right. Well, I still have to do a ranged touch attack on him with, I believe, my int bonus. It's the first time using spectral hand here. Spectral and Pathfinder. Your intelligence modifies the hand's AC, gives you a +2 on melee touch attacks, and otherwise counts as a normal attack. So yeah, I think it's just a normal melee touch attack at +2. 20 plus 13.
With Good Hope and Bard Song?
With Good Hope and Bard Song. 16. How's his touch AC?
His touch AC is just slightly better than that.
Okay.
The charge of your spell is still held inside your spectral hand until you cast another spell.
Yep. I do lose my invisibility, though.
Yep.
Let's see here. And so I'm going to take a step to the side, so that he cannot actually see me. Like there. Oh, and then Pixel is going to ask, what's in the room on the other side?
Oh, you don't want to go there.
I want to know what's there, though, so we can save them, too.
Which side are you saying?
The opposite side. The door on the opposite side. The one by the Fant here, this guy.
Just where the doctors keep their clothes.
Interesting. Yes, we're going to save you after we clean this place up.
Let us out of here. Let me out first, says the cat folk across it, and then there's this happy-looking Fant child that's just jingling around and trumpeting to try to get your attention. Shh. All right, that was Fereosae, the bone creatures. Dr. Davalos. So Dr. Davalos saw a Fereosae briefly as he got attacked. He can see Zephyros from here. Ah, that makes more sense. You're not going to get away with this, wizard. Do you think that you're going to remain a part of the Arcanacrum after this?
Do you think I care what you think?
That doesn't matter. You're not surviving here alive.
You're pretty talkative for somebody who's losing.
Bone creatures. This one turns around, it's gonna wall up the plague zombie a couple of times. At least try. Well, it only hit once with one of its slams, doing 11 damage to the plague zombie. All right, and then this one.
Tries to bull rush Thurgus.
No, it's going to try to paste you in bones again. First, you get an AOO for it making a ranged touch or ranged attack in melee.
42 to hit.
Okay, you stuff your sword in its face as it's belching bones all over you.
For 60, call that 55. And
2.
Thurgus takes another 2 points of damage.
It hits touch AC 21 with all of its bones.
And his second AOO for 47 to deflect.
Okay, so you deflect it and keep the bones from kind of forming like you think they're trying to cocoon you in bones. You shake a bunch of them off and shake them off your sword a bunch of times by slamming the sword into the ground.
Oh, we've done this dance!
It's a dumb creature. It's just trying to do the thing.
No,
and that is their turns. Professor.
The professor, the crawling hand, first of all, is going to notice the professor's a little dinged up in this battle, sitting on his shoulder, and it doesn't like the looks of that. So he'll stop concentrating on the minor image in the previous room.
Yep.
That will linger for 6 rounds. Then it will draw a wand of Cure Light Wounds. It carries in like a little holster on its wrist, I think. That's probably
A little wand zips out of its holster. Okay. It needs to
Does
make
it have enough actions left to use it, or is that next turn?
Yeah, it draws a wand and uses it, so it needs to make a use magic device check.
Yes, that
DC
is
20.
plus 11. 25.
All right, so it heals the professor.
That's just like a caster level 1 Cure Light Wounds. What is that? 1d8 or something?
D8
1d8
plus
plus 1. Yep.
Yes.
Hey man, it might be the 3 hit points you need later.
Yeah, totally.
Could make all the difference.
All right. What's the professor doing?
So the professor, I think I can see Dr. Davalos.
Yeah, he's in the edge of the mist, so he has a bit of concealment, but you can still target him.
A question. I think the answer is no, it doesn't apply. But dispel magic, increasing the DC doesn't help you there because it's a roll. So that shouldn't matter on a dispel.
If you could increase caster level checks, I believe it would work.
I can't do that. So I am going to dual spell cast, and the first spell I'm going to silently cast is dispel magic.
Is that right, Marty?
Yeah.
Dispel's a caster level check.
Yep.
I'm going to dispel magic on Dr. D. I'm going to try and dispel his invisibility.
Does it matter if you specify greater invisibility?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is what, an opposed caster check?
It is an opposed caster level check. It's coming out of your preparation, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, this is all me.
So D20 plus your caster level, subtract 11, and that's the level of the magic that you dispel.
So minus 3. What? Sorry, what was that calculation there? It was
D20 plus caster level minus 11.
Okay, 1d20 plus 9 minus 11. 0.
Okay.
Cantrips.
So no, you dispel a 0th level caster. So basically, your dispel magic doesn't work.
I will silently cast dispel magic again for my second spell.
You notice that he's like looking around, like what just happened.
I will try for this invisibility again. Plus 9 minus 11. 13.
13th level magic. You just got rid of Dr. Davalus's greater invisibility.
Nice.
It pops. You see his face in the mist appears. Thurgus like he's looking
and then
at
he
himself.
grins. He goes. Argh!
You notice that he's got his sleeves rolled up, and it looks like he's got a bunch of puncture marks along both of his arms. His alchemy potions might come in. His mutagens and things might come in syringe form.
Nice. And then I will 5-foot step back here, so he hopefully can't see me. I'm still invisible. But I will pop 2 arcane points to spell recall. Actually, no, I won't do that. I'll let that slide. Yeah, that'll be my turn.
All right. Zephyros, there are 2 very panicked and very injured senior doctors that are trying to flee to this back door. One's fumbling at the door. We've got Thurgus clogging the hallway full of the undead and the golems. And you can see appearing before you, well, you already had seen invisibility up, so...
Yeah, I saw him there, and that is an open-ended invitation for Zephyros to send a little tiny pea-shaped thing flying to him.
That's a nice little cluster there. Yeah,
it is a nice little cluster.
What kind of fireball?
I was about to say, as Zephyros is casting this, he's using versatile evocation to turn this into an acid fireball.
Where do you want to center the fireball? I think the furthest you could see into the room is here.
So I can see... Oh, shoot. I just did something here. Sorry. I can see, I'm guessing, roughly that line.
Yeah, so that back wall. So that... At first, he smiles when he sees the red pea, but when it turns green, he's like trying to reel back from it.
Do I notice that he's smiling?
Yeah, he smiled at the red pea, but he doesn't like the green pea.
Oh.
and there's a blast of horrible acid that begins to affect lots of creatures. Okay, we're gonna go first. We need to look at these bone golems and what acid does to them.
They're immune to magic. It's a spell.
Yeah, each golem has a specific
I thought that was just like
of...
healing or something because they were undead.
So the acid washes over the bone golems and does not affect them. These zombies explode. Makranam has had 1 exposure to Blood Veil today. I'll just mark that on his sheet. Oh, it got on me. I'm just killing those zombies. Those zombies were not well kept. They were decorations.
Sure.
Blood Veil exposures 1. The witches turned pixies did not put up resist acid as a defensive spell. They've got reflex saves of +4.
And they need to make it 22 DC.
Oh, one is losing. You're losing treasure on one of them. She rolled a 1. Yeah, 14 doesn't make it, so they're taking full damage. And then Dr. Davalis has a
Was she wearing a necklace of fireballs?
He makes a 27 on his save.
So he gets half.
Nice.
And he gets half of 10d6 plus 4. 41.
Oh, the little pixies are screaming. And Dr. Davalis looks less than pleased because he takes 20 damage.
And then at the end of the turn, Zephyrus just takes a step back because he definitely doesn't want to get hit by that death ray that he saw earlier.
Yeah, it looked like he has a wand in his hands. Okay. That was Zephyros. Nah, the pixies. Screaming pixies. We can't hit you with rays.
The one thing that Zephyrus just did, that he also mentioned that don't use fire against Davalos. So that Professor or anybody who could potentially cast can hear it.
The professor goes, oh, but he doesn't say anything. He just kind of reacts invisibly.
Okay. These 2 pixies look really angry.
Let's get them! The turn of seasons equates to storms!
And they are going to lightning bolt this corridor. They lightning bolt through the bone creatures because they are immune to spells.
Nice. Strong tactics.
Mm-hmm.
The lightning bolt goes 10 feet wide and 120 feet down.
You need reflex saves?
There's 80 feet down. So it almost reaches that back wall. The first one, 8th level, does 29 damage, and the second one does 33 damage.
And you need reflex saves, yeah?
Reflex saves of their lightning bolts is 20. Lightning bolt is one of the few powerful spells that witches have.
And I think the professor's got resist electricity up.
Yes.
Oh, good, because I don't know if the
Definitely.
professor could take like 60 lightning damage.
It's just the professor that has that, though, right? Yeah.
Yeah, the crawling claw is out. It will probably get destroyed in this. I see it has 14 on it. I don't think it... Did it take damage in this fight?
Bukerbeck accidentally healed it because it was invisible.
right.
Channel the harm.
That's
Yeah.
This may be the end of the crawling hand here, guys.
Well, it has improved evasion, so let's
Just needs to make those rolls.
let's do those rolls. So 19 is not enough, which means that it takes 14.
19 is for Thurgus.
Oh, sorry.
I rolled a 19 and a 22.
Yeah, and this is DC 20, so you fail by 1 and made it.
Okay.
So the first damage would be 14, and the second one would be the full... sorry, the other way. First one is 29, and the other one's 16.
Okay.
All right, crawling claw.
Yeah, so I was just looking at the sheet. It looks like his reflex save is +6.
I think that's true. It's 4 + 2 for the Good Hope. Is he hasted?
Oh, he is hasted.
Oh, did you include that in your reflex save?
You talking to me?
I don't think I have haste.
Yeah. Did you include
formulas.
haste in your reflex save, Thurgus?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
I do have it.
So if the sheet is correct, he should be at +6 even with the haste then.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 1d20 +6. I don't think I have any points left. I think I used my 2.
You do have a single fortune point left.
Do you have a resistance item on the crawling claw?
Can he wear a cloak?
I don't think he has a cloak. No.
Or like a ring of resistance or something?
Oh, you
He has
don't have
deflection
resistance.
+2.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, so that's correct, and the sheet's actually off by 1.
Okay. First save.
Sorry, did that end up being +6? Matt, what was that at the end?
Yeah, it's +6.
Okay, sorry. 1d20 +6. Oh, plus the fortune point.
Save it, because it's going to fail either way.
Okay.
I'll let you roll it on the second one. So it takes automatically half damage because it has improved evasion. So that first bit of damage, instead of 29, becomes 14.
So he's at 28. Just let me check his hit points. They're not a lot.
It'll be half yours plus 9.
I don't actually know mine. We never rolled for dice last level.
So he's at 36 plus half of whatever you would roll for your level 9 hit
You
points.
should roll your hit points.
57 plus a d8 in half.
Roll your hit points for your level.
Right, 1d8.
Reroll ones. Yeah.
3.
Okay. So you have 60 hit points. So the creature has 30 hit points plus it has toughness. So plus another 9. It's got 39 hit points.
Okay.
And it just took 28. It's got 28 damage. Now the second save, add the +2 for the fortune point. You do not have any hero points. Okay.
How many hit points did the professor have?
60
total.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good lord.
I can never take damage. This is why I'm never visible. I am constantly running a million buffs. If I get hit once, I'm dead.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Man, I hope I really don't get like confused or something and just smack you. Like,
Yeah, I'm just instantly be dead.
Yeah, Thurgus can one-shot the professor, basically.
Yeah, a lot of things can at this level, I think.
There's a thing called training for your hit points. You can train your hit points to max, which might be a thing you guys might want to do in downtime.
Here we go.
You mean the professor would choose to do like some weight training over reading books?
He goes for walks each day.
Yeah. Here we go. 19?
No.
That fails by 1.
Does the did the crawling hand have the saving finale?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, it had good hope.
Well, wait. Moment of greatness.
Moment of greatness. There you go.
Actually, let me take a quick look here. Did the
You know
hand
what?
already use
Your
Moment
base
of
saves
Oh,
are
okay.
636, and on your crawling claws character sheet it's 626. You didn't update your sheet, so the saving throw for the crawling claw is actually +5 before bonuses.
Good
so
hope.
it's +7, which means DC 20, which means it evades.
Oh my god.
Because it has
Gotta keep those character sheets up to date.
Yeah, it has the base master's bonus. There's also another thing we haven't added is that somehow at 8th level... Oh, you ability increase too. Okay, so you did that. All right. Okay. That was awesome that I found the error.
Thank you. Oh
No
my
problem.
God.
That does it.
So
Who's on deck?
the Crawling Claw wants to... no, now Bucherbeck saves. Bucherbeck did protect himself against acid and lightning after he saw the professor choose lightning. And then the professor needs to make his saves. I don't know why.
Oh, yeah.
Can I Windy Escape giving me DR something magic?
That won't apply to this. No.
No? How do I... One of these days I'm going to figure out.
Windy Escape applies against physical attacks.
Yeah. And primarily physical attacks with non-magical weapons, I think.
So give me 2 reflex saves from the professor.
On it.
Now that you've spent your fortune points on your familiar.
Totally.
There we go.
Yeah.
2 reflex saves. Here we go.
Made it. And then you said you protected yourself against electricity?
Yes.
With a resist energy electricity, I think, yeah?
Yep.
Yep.
Resist energy electricity 20. That's caster level 7 or higher, correct?
Yeah, I cast it on myself.
Nice. So you absorb... The first one is less than 20, and the second one is less than 20 after you save. So you hop out of the way, and your abjuration keeps you safe. And then Bucherbeck, I think, because he followed suit, he copied you. Not that he'd admit it, but when he saw you casting the spell, he's like, maybe I should do the same thing. Professor must know something that I don't.
He thought that to himself?
Yes, he did. Of course he did.
Oh, did he immediately try and repress that he ever thought?
Now he failed the first one, so he will take 9 damage after the protective aura, and then he made the second save right on because of Good Hope. Also haste in there would be 21. So yeah. The lightning bolt streaks down. These 2 doctors kind of jump at yet another lightning bolt coming towards their way. I'm going to say these 2 zombies actually explode because they were reaching over into Thurgus' square and got zapped by the lightning. When Max comes back, that's 2 exposures to zombie plague. We'll just roll the 2D. Oh.
I'm here. I'm just eating. I didn't
Okay.
want to
Yeah, give me 2 more.
Subject you guys to that.
2 more fort saves, don't roll a 1. And that's what the little pixie witches of Hecate did this round, which I think was pretty effective.
That ain't bad, yeah.
Huge.
There you go. 24 and 31.
That seemed to work. Let's do it again.
The zombies don't have anything to grab. Bucherbeck is going to get out of the range of fire from that and is going to go over and brain a plague doctor. He hits. It's actually doing a little bit of damage when he's 2-handing plus Bard Song, and he does 11 damage. Bringing a plague doctor to that rare state that never happens. Of disabled.
Very nice.
Crunch! Yeah! He's still awake, but he's kind of on the ground and begging for mercy that Bucherbeck does not have for him. The plague doctor. This plague doctor is going to attempt to drink a potion. Bucherbeck will take his AOO. Bucherbeck hits him and ends up killing him. Smashing him down with another powerful blow with his 2-handed Morning Star. This plague doctor simply opens the door and then goes in to this chamber.
Okay.
The victims are all yelling for help. Makronum's greater invis goes down. Actually, at the end of his turn. So Makronum flies into here.
Protective luck was extended.
Neil, can you give me a D20 plus 5. Plus 22 for Makernam.
32.
Does that include his flank?
Oh, yeah. Thurgus is reaching 20 feet away.
Oh, never mind. Sorry.
It does include his invisibility. So Makernam bashes this pixie over the back of the head. She didn't see it coming. This is for 1d6 plus 14, 20, 24, I think. Something like that. 1d6 plus 24 plus 3d6 plus 24.
$32.
32 damage. Ends up braining this pixie. And at the end of the turn, he turns visible, and there's a flying Makernam with a bunch of tendrils that are stuck to the pixie's body. Stop hurting my friends!
Sephiroth, knowing that this is the turn where the time when Makernam's greater invisibility will end, just shouts at him that he's visible now.
Yep. Oh, okay, is that why I'm not glowy anymore?
Yes, that's why you're not glowing anymore.
Luke, give me a couple of d20 rolls. I'll handle the bonuses as your controlled plague zombie fighter is now chewing away at the bone creature.
Nah.
Give me 2 rolls.
8 and 4.
The first one's a hit, and the second one is plus 11, which misses. So 1d10 plus 1d6 plus 19. Is it 2 hands? It's fiery bastard sword into the bone creature. 19 plus 1d6 minus 5. It does 27 damage to the bone creature.
Ooh.
Nice.
The most damage I've ever done in Titan's Gift.
And that's the only zombie left. Fuck.
My zombie. For days.
AWGUI. Okay, Thurgus.
So this turn, Davos just became visible, but got hit by an acid ball. He'll look over his shoulder at Sephiroth. Do I need to take care of that one in the back?
Go ahead. Let's end it.
His eyes go wide in fear. It looks like he wants to bolt.
When the bear asks if it should kill your enemy, you say yes.
Oh! It looks like he's trying to scramble away into the mist.
I'm just trying to see if I can do the thing. So I think Thurgus would try and overrun the bone golem to get to Davos.
Okay. Yeah, you can.
I'm just trying to think this out. I've dealt quite a bit of damage to both of them, haven't I? I think so. I'm trying to remember.
They're not looking great. Yeah. They're over 100 damage.
Nah, I don't want them to get past me. I want to work my way towards Davos, so I'm going to attack the one on the right. I'm basically going to full attack it to try and make my way towards Davos.
Okay.
I will continue to use Sacred Weapon, and I will continue to use Vicious. So I'll do damage to myself. My first swift action will be to activate the second charge of the day for the Vampiric Torque. So that's a 31 to hit.
Yeah, you strike the bone creature. They don't seem to be really good at dodging. And your adamant
59.
Becomes 54.
Thurgus takes 6.
It's got single-digit hit points left. Bones are falling off of it, and they're not coming back on. It just looks sadder and sadder as seconds go by.
And I heal half of that, which is 29, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll add that in a second. And then he will take Torque, Torc. and then he'll take his haste attack on it, which is even more. These can't be. They cannot be crit.
No,
correct?
but you stick your sword into the bridge of its nose to the length of the creature's skull, and it falls to pieces. Dr. Davalos' face is just racked with surprise.